have we got out here? We have got another rainy day. Rained out of work. And I decided I'd make a little trip to some store. I can't seem to remember the name of the place that I went and got this stuff. But it was a hardware store. I've been to a hardware store. Let's just leave it at that. If I can think of where I went, what the name of it was, I'll let you know. But I can't really remember it right now. So yeah, I've been to a hardware store somewhere. Okay, and I got some stuff. This is the insulation right here that I'm going to be using for the floor and the walls. Okay, back there. Can't really get back there just yet. Let me see. You can see how these chairs are sitting. They are going to move because I've got to put everything, I've got to take these back out to put everything else down. I also got to grind out some brackets and all that and take up some rails and all that. But anyway, this is going to be, that's going to be the shower bottom. Okay. It even comes with a little drain. What this is, it is a drain pan for a washing machine. Yeah, there we go. It's the washing machine's supposed to sit in it. And if you develop a leak or something like that, then it will catch it. Well, that should be pretty much perfect for a little shower. I think it'll work good. And it is going to go in that area. In general, there's a bunch of tools there right now, but those are getting moved. I also have here a rail to mount the dinette table on. But anyway, first off, we got to get some insulation put down and some plywood. See what we can do. All right, one step that I've already done. I took all the trim off, grinded down all the little seat brackets, grinded the bolts off of them because I wanted to get that rubber up. And took the rubber up and checked under it, and I wanted to check out the plywood, make sure it's okay. The plywood is great. It's actually marine grade plywood. It's good stuff, and it doesn't have a spot on it. So kind of got lucky on that. I was going to rip it all out, put the insulation down, and then put new plywood over top of it. But it's fine. So I'm going to leave that plywood, and I laid the rubber back down over it. It's still glued in a couple places. It wasn't glued like really good. It was like they just drizzled glue down, just strips of glue, and then just threw the rubber down on top of it. It wasn't glued everywhere. But everything looks good. Ready to start putting down some of this insulation. It's that green insulation I showed you. I'm just going to lay it down. I'm going to put plywood or OSB over top of it. And eventually, once all the construction is done, then I'm going to put my final flooring. I don't want to put my laminate flooring or tile or whatever I decide to put down. I'm not going to put that down until after I'm not going to be scratching it up anymore. Some stuff like under the table, I may end up having to go ahead and put it under there. What I'll probably do is make it to where I can lift it back up. Just take a few screws out, lift it up, and put the floor down. I don't know. But one thing I'd like to do is leave this so I can haul stuff in it. If I want to haul lumber or something like that. Was trying to think of maybe even a way that I could pick the floor up, the finished floor, pick it up, move it out of the way, and haul my loads on the plywood, or whatever you call this stuff, OSB, whatever. Uh, I keep calling it plywood, but yeah. Anyway, let's get to it. Well, got the first piece of insulation down, and it fits okay, I guess. Kind of cracked around that little heater, and yeah, I'm gonna keep this little heater in here because I am going to use that heater with my thermostat start system. So that has to still be hooked up, in order for it to start by thermostat and warm the place back up. But anyway, it's got that much. Just going to keep on playing with it and get this down. Now, once I get these all cut, I have to take them back out. They're just laying in here. I haven't glued them or anything. I'll take them back out, lay them down on the plywood itself, and then use these as a template to figure out where I need to cut the plywood. Alrighty, the floor, besides this little bit here, which I'll add some to. I forgot to take the trim off of this part though, that middle piece, so I'll have to take that off. But and also there's a piece right here that's got to come off, and that I may just leave that because I'm going to put more trim on top. So yeah. Anyway, okay, it's cut out. The main three pieces that I'm going to have to cut out of plywood are cut out. Of course, I still have to put around these, but that's next. First thing I've got to do is get all these back out, lay them down on the plywood, trace it out, and cut them. Okay, well, I skipped just a little bit there. Got the floor all cut out and stuck in here. Now I'm starting on the walls. Okay, here's the next little step. As you can see, this wall, the top part's insulated. The bottom part under the chair rail, I'm just going to put pieces of insulation in, because under here you're not going to see. It's all going to be under the bed here, and it's going to be behind the kitchen over there. I'm going to have to actually make a vent coming out of that heater, which is fine, won't be no problem. But none of that's going to be seen, so it'll be fine. But as you can see, it starts in the back, and it drops down for these two windows. So when you're sitting and washing dishes or cooking or whatever, these two windows are right in front of the kitchen part. These two, the bed is going to be right here. So this way you can lay in the bed and you can look out the window. Okay. Of course, the 8-foot piece just comes to here, so I had to piece that together. But I used the piece out of here for there. So I should be able to do the same thing on the paneling. Here's the paneling. It's already laid out. I have the line drawn on it where I need to cut it out, because that stuff is a whole lot easier to cut than even paneling. That's the same way that I did the plywood. I took the piece of styrofoam like I did this one. I took it off, laid it down on here, which I had to make sure that I laid it down like this way so it wouldn't be backwards. But I laid it down like that, took my pencil and drew around it. Then I'm going to cut it out, and then I'll stick it up there. See how that works. Okay, I can tell one thing. I'm going to have to get rid of these reflective stripes. But anyway, okay, here is the wall with the barnwood paneling. There's another piece of it right here. Stuff's pretty good, or looks pretty good, I think. And I can trim it like around the window. I'm going to put a piece, see, I want a windowsill coming out a little bit, and I want another piece going this way. And then I'll probably trim up and around there. Of course, same thing over here. I don't know how much windowsill I can get here because that's where the bed is going to be. It's going to be about that high too. So, but anyway, that's what I've got so far today. I'm working kind of slow right now. I've got an old knee injury that kind of been bothering me. So I just work a little while and I've stopped and sat down. Then I'll work a little bit longer, stop and sit down. You know, I mean, it's aggravating, but at least I'm doing something. You know, at least I got a little bit done. But anyway, I guess this is going to be about it for this video. It's getting starting to get a little later out, and I'm just going to call it quits for the evening. My knees hurting too, so it gets to a point to where I just can't do any more on it. I got to sit down a lot. That's why this job, really, I should have had both walls done and maybe even the back wall by now. And with the time that I had today, I bet I could have already either had the bed or the dinette in. But I had to take so many breaks today because my knee was killing me every time I turned around. So this is all I got done. The floor done. I mean the subfloor, I guess you call it. Insulation and subfloor. And then that wall. I still got to put insulation under it, but it's starting to get dark. And it's time to go in and relax and have to go to work tomorrow. I appreciate everybody watching, and I will see y'all on the next one.